Alright guys, today I'm bringing you a unique item guide in Borderlands 3, and in this video we'll be looking at the Dahl assault rifle known as the Hail. The red text on the weapon reads, "What plaything can you offer me today?" And this gun is actually a returning weapon from both Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the pre-sequel. However, it returns as a Dahl weapon opposed to a Vladov weapon as it has been in the previous games. What's special about this weapon is it will fire bullets in an arc, so they'll come out of the barrel aimed upwards and then they'll hit a peak and then eventually start to drop down. With it being a Moxie weapon, it will also heal you as you deal damage with the weapon, albeit only slightly. And the gun will always come with a huge increase to critical hit damage, so this particular one I got had plus 150%, but I believe you can get 175%. To get this weapon, you want to head to Moxie's bar on Sanctuary, and we'll be using Moxie's tip jar in order to get this weapon through the mail. There isn't a specific amount that you have to tip at a time in order to get this weapon. You can either use 100 or you can use 1000 at a time. Either way, you have an equal chance of getting the Hail or the Crit, which is the other weapon that Moxie can give you. You want to keep putting tips into the jar until you see a message pop up in the top left of the screen saying you've received mail from Moxie. Once you see this message, you want to pause the game and go to social. In here, you want to go to the mail tab, and then you'll have all of your listings for things you've received through the mail. And this is where you can either accept or decline your Hail. Word of advice, don't decline it. Straight off the bat, like I remember in previous games, the unique way that this gun shoots has a very steep learning curve. It's a very bizarre experience having to slightly shoot at the floor in order to get your bullets to shoot at where you want it to. Simply because the bullets will slightly arc upwards as they come out the barrel, so you have to sort of compensate for that by looking down. I believe this gun can come in incendiary, corrosive, shock, or non-element. The non-elemental version is very good, especially if you are hitting the head with the increase to critical hit damage. It absolutely devastates enemies. Plus 150% doesn't seem like much, but when you consider that's pretty much a 2.5 times to whatever your damage is in the first place, and critical hits are generally times 2, times 2.5 anyway, it's a massive increase to what the damage on the card is. Normal hits with this weapon on the build I was using were doing about 1200 damage, somewhere around there, and critical hits were doing anywhere up to 8000 damage. That's a massive jump when you consider 1200 fits into 8000 nearly 7 times, so you're getting nearly 7 times to weapon damage. Obviously with that comes a steep learning curve of trying to get used to the unique way that this gun fires bullets, but once you get that down, honestly this gun is an absolute machine. I was using this gun in non-mayhem mode, but I could definitely see this being as a contender for a very good weapon for mayhem mode. Obviously with it being Dahl, I believe it can get every single firing mode, so full auto, burst fire, and semi-auto, but personally considering I wasn't used to how the bullets arc, I kept my gun on full auto the entire time I was using it, just because being able to shoot and then adjust my gun barrel and getting those critical hits was a massive help in order to actually get those hits. All in all, I'd definitely say this is a gun you'll want to pick up. You could definitely get some devastating damage out of this 100%, and especially if you get elements on this can definitely be a contender for a boss melter. But yeah, definitely go and pick this up. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you found this useful. Make sure to subscribe for future unique item guides on my channel, and yeah, see you in the next video. Yeah.